The national headlines are saying the housing market is slowing down. Sales just hit their lowest point since 2009. If you're watching the news, you're probably wondering, what does that mean for me? Here's what nobody's telling you. The Midwest and Northeast Ohio specifically is one of the only regions in the country where prices are still rising faster than the national average. I've got the March data to prove it. Stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to have a very clear picture of exactly where this market is headed, whether you're buying, selling, or just watching. Hi, I'm Rose Matchett, and I'm a local real estate advisor. And I get to work with people just like you every single day. Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, I'm here to help you. All of my contact information is in the description below. Feel free to like and subscribe because by doing that, that gets this content out to people who need it. The national snapshot, let's start with the numbers NAR just released. The National Association of Realtors, because I want you to understand the national story before I tell you why it doesn't fully apply to us. Existing home sales came in at 3.98 million in March, and that's a 3.6% drop from February. And sales fell in every single region of the country, the slowest March since 2009. That's what the headlines said, right? But here's what the headlines didn't tell you. Those sales figures reflect contracts signed back in January and February before a lot of the economic uncertainty hit. So we're not looking at what buyers decided last week. We're looking at decisions made 2 to 3 months ago. What didn't slow down? Prices. The median sales price for an existing home hit a March record of $408,800, and that's up 1.4% year over year. And here's the number that floored me. That marks 33 consecutive months of year over year price increases. 33 months in a row. Prices have not fallen. They haven't even paused. Why sales are slow, but prices aren't? So if prices are holding, why are sales down? It's a few things happening at the same time. Mortgage rates climbed back up to 24.6 heading into April, and that's real money on a monthly payment, and it's keeping some buyers on the sidelines. Inventory is up 1.36 million homes, about 4.1 months of supply, which sounds like more homes, but it's still well below what we'd consider a balanced market before 2020. We simply don't have too many homes. We just don't have enough of the right ones at the right price. The sweet spot right now is that 250 to 500,000 range, and that's where the bulk of transactions are happening. If you know Northeast Ohio, you know that's almost exactly where we live as a market. That's actually an advantage for us. Why the Midwest is different? Here's where I want to give you some genuinely good news because this part doesn't get enough attention. Home prices in the Midwest were up 4.9% year over year in March to a median of 315.5. The Midwest outperformed the South, which was nearly flat. It outperformed the West, which was actually saw prices decline. We are in one of the strongest performing regions in the country right now. Why? Because we don't have the oversupply problem hitting the Sun Belt markets. Florida, Texas, and parts of the Southeast. They attracted a ton of new construction during the population boom, and now that supply is softening resale prices there. Northeast Ohio didn't overbuild. Our inventory is tighter, our price growth is steadier, and our affordability relative to the coast still pulls in buyers. When people nationally are talking about the housing market cooling, they're not talking about us. Our story's different. Okay. What this means for buyers. If you're a buyer, and I know it might feel like the timing still isn't quite right. Rates are elevated. Prices haven't come down. I hear that a lot. Here's what I'd like to ask you to just sit with and consider. Days on the market have stretched to 41 days on average nationally, up from 36 a year ago. That means you have more breathing room than buyers had a year ago. The frantic blink and you'll miss it energy has calmed. You can get inspections done. You can think before you decide. And here's the thing about waiting for rates to drop. Economists are projecting that happens in the second half of 26 and into 27. When that happens, buyers who are on the sidelines right now are going to come back all at once in full force. You'll be competing against that wave. The buyers who move now get in before that surge. One more number I want to give you, and I want you to hear this. The typical homeowner has accumulated $128,100 in housing wealth over the past 6 years. I know some of them personally. That equity building starts the day you close. Every month you wait, you're not in that equation. What this means for sellers. I want to talk to you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. For sellers, I want to give you an honest read. First-time buyers made up just 32% of sales in March, well below the 40% that signals a truly healthy market. The buyer pool is a little thinner than it was 2 years ago, and that's real. But prices are still at record highs. NAR still projects home prices to rise 4% for the full year of 2026. And that forecast was left unchanged even as they revised the sales volume numbers down. Demand hasn't gone away. It's just more selective. What does that mean for you? It means your home has to earn the attention it gets. Price it correctly from day one, not aspirationally, correctly. Have it show well. The homes sitting right now aren't sitting because the market is broken. They're sitting because buyers have just enough options to be picky. Spring is your window. Buyer activity picks up, homes photograph better, and competition, while growing, hasn't peaked yet. If you want to know what your home is actually worth in today's dollars in Northeast Ohio, in our market here, reach out. I'll give you a real number. Now, here's how I'd summarize March of 2026 and the first quarter for Northeast Ohio. The national headlines are louder than our local reality warrants. Sales volume is soft nationally, but prices are at record highs. The Midwest is outperforming every other region, and our market's fundamentals are as solid as anywhere in the country. This is not a moment for panic. It's a moment for clarity. If this was helpful, hit like and subscribe. I put one of these out every single month so you always have a trusted local source for what's actually happening in Northeast Ohio real estate. I am on a global team, so whether you're moving in Ohio, out of this country, we're on the biggest team. So drop your questions in the comments below. I read everyone and I answer personally. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day.